Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. After watching today's video, if you enjoyed the content, or if I gave you some information you didn't know, please help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. It helps the channel out and it helps the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. For a long time, gun haters and Democrats have had a hard-on for technology that doesn't exist or was in its infancy, like microstamping every round of ammunition and smart guns. And now that the smart gun maker BioFire seems to have a legitimate product, guess which state is going to be the first to mandate the sale of smart guns? And if you guessed New Jersey, you would be correct. New Jersey is moving to implement a controversial 2 decades old law requiring the sale of so-called smart guns in the state. On Thursday, the State Attorney General's office announced that the Personalized Handgun Authorization Commission has approved the performance standards and qualifying criteria for personalized handguns to be sold in the state, which officials described as a key step to implementing the long-delayed law. Under the new criteria, manufacturers seeking to be added to the state's personalized handgun roster must demonstrate that the handguns have reliable personalization technology, features to avoid accidental discharge or damage, and comply with state and federal laws. Attorney General Matthew J. Platkin called the move a major milestone by defining the features of smart guns to be made available for sale in New Jersey. Too many times, gun violence is the result of an individual gaining access to someone else's gun. These could be criminals or people in crisis, or young children that do not understand that they are not playing with a toy. We know the effects of these repeated tragedies far too painfully in New Jersey, and they must end. In 2002, New Jersey passed the so-called smart gun law, which required gun dealers to sell personalized weapons within 30 months of their emergence on the market. But implementation of the law has been delayed for more than 2 decades amid wrangling over the regulations and the lack of guidelines from the state's personalized handgun roster. Meanwhile, the law has been criticized by lawmakers and Second Amendment advocates who say it has stifled innovation and full-scale development of new technology. Gun control supporters advocate laws to prohibit the sale of firearms that do not possess smart gun technology as a way to prohibit the manufacture of traditional handguns, raise the price of handguns that would be allowed to be sold, and presumably to embed into handguns a device that would allow guns to be disabled remotely. Attorney General Platkin said adopting the new criteria will allow the program to move to the next stage, which will involve designing protocols for testing proposed personalized handguns, creating a formal application process, and preparing to accept applications from gun makers. New Jersey already has some of the nation's toughest gun control laws, and Democrats who control the state legislature have been pushing for even tighter restrictions. A law signed by Governor Phil Murphy last year seeks to prevent licensed firearm owners from carrying guns in at least 25 sensitive places, like government buildings and libraries, also public transportation and daycare centers. The measure was approved in response to the U.S. Supreme Court's decision in the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin case, which struck down a New York law requiring applicants to show proper cause to get a permit to carry a firearm. Gun owners groups filed a lawsuit to block the changes and convinced a U.S. District Court judge to block provisions of the law limiting firearms in sensitive public places. But a federal appeals court restored most of New Jersey's new gun control laws while the legal challenge plays out. I would really like to hear your thoughts about the story in the comments section down below. Would you use a smart gun as your main source of protection? I definitely wouldn't. I know some people would like to have one in their collection, but I wouldn't want it to be the only option that I had to protect myself and my family from harm. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, I appreciate everybody supporting the channel and helping the channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And as always, I invite everybody back to see my next video.